Hello student, in this video I am going to start the explanation of next topic, that is change in a state of matter. Okay, so I guess you all must have observed that when we provide heat to ice, okay, when we provide heat to ice, it melts into water. Okay, it melts into water, and when we provide heat to this water, it changes into water vapor. Okay, and student, when we cool this water vapor, it changes into water, and when we freeze this water, it changes into ice. So student, this ice is in solid state, it is in solid state. Water, this one is liquid, and this is gas. Okay, so ultimately student, it is very clear from here, like substances, okay, any substance change into their state of matter on being heated or cooled. Okay, so student, keep it in mind, like water, other substances also change their states on being heated, okay, or cooled to the right degree, and the change in a state of matter from one to another is called interconversion of state. Interconversion of state. Okay, so now a solid can be changed into liquid, a liquid can change into gas, and vice versa. Okay, so now I'm going to explain you about the solid liquid interconversion, means how a solid substance changes into a liquid substance. So student, in solid liquid interconversion, a solid substance changes into liquid on being heated to a particular temperature. Means on being heated to a particular temperature, a solid changes to the corresponding liquid, and this is called melting of a solid. So this interconversion is known as melting of a solid. Okay, so now we are going to observe the molecular arrangement of a solid substance like ice. So student, this is the molecular arrangement of a solid substance I have taken as a ice. Okay, so when we provide heat, okay, when we provide heat to this ice, okay, these molecules will start vibrating on their mean position. They will start vibration on their mean position. Okay, so on being heated, they receive energy from outside and vibrate with a greater energy than before, and gradually they receive so much energy that they can overcome the strong intermolecular force of the solid, and they become loosely packed, and thus they will form such kind of molecular arrangement, and this molecular arrangement is a type of liquid, and thus this solid which changes into the liquid, corresponding liquid. Okay, so student, when we provide heat to a solid substance, its molecular arrangement change into liquid, and thus this solid will change into its corresponding liquid, and the temperature, okay, and the temperature at which this solid changes into liquid is known as melting point, is known as melting point. So melting point is a fixed temperature at which a particular solid changes into liquid. Okay, for a particular substance, the melting point varies, means different substances are having different melting points. Like student, ice melts at 0 degrees Celsius, thus the melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius, whereas carbon melting point is 3550 degrees Celsius, whereas iron is having 1535 degrees Celsius melting point. So different substances are having different melting point. Okay, now reverse this process. Okay, on reversing this process means on being cooled. Okay, so student, on being cooled means when we cool this liquid substance. Okay, so this substance at a room temperature, on being cooled, a liquid changes into corresponding solid at a temperature, and this temperature is known as freezing point, freezing point. Okay students, so the change in state from liquid to solid is known as freezing. The process is known as freezing, and the temperature at which this liquid changes into solid is known as freezing point. Okay, so when a liquid is cooled, its molecules, which are loosely packed, okay, they lose energy and move nearer to each other. They move nearer to each other. As a result, the intermolecular force increases and thus a liquid solidifies, which is known as freezing. Okay, so students, it is very clear from here that at a melting point, okay, means at this temperature, okay, at this temperature a solid changes into liquid, and at this temperature liquid changes into solid. Okay, so student, a substance will exist in solid state only below its melting point, whereas a substance can be present as a liquid state only above its melting point. Means above melting point a substance is present in liquid state, whereas below the melting point it is present in the solid state. So student, keep it in mind that the freezing point of a liquid is same. The freezing point of a liquid is as same as the melting point of a corresponding solid. Means if we are taking a particular substance, like here I am picking ice, okay, so it changes into water, okay, so thus the water, okay, freezes into the ice at 0 degree Celsius. Okay, so the freezing point of water is 0 degree Celsius, same as it is the melting point of ice is 0 degree Celsius. So I hope everything is very clear up to here. In the next video I will explain you liquid gas interconversion. Alright.